Hi, future Bengals and families. I just want to introduce myself. I am Coach Tony Woznonis, or Coach Woz, the head girls basketball coach here at Plainfield East. And I'm going to go through kind of like a slideshow here and go through some of the main points of our program, some things that you may be wondering about. And if you have more questions at the end, we'll have our contact info there so that you can get a hold of me if you need to. But I hope you enjoy. We're really looking forward to having anybody back on campus, but especially you guys coming in as freshmen next year, 8 months from now, not really that far. So keep up the hard work with everything and enjoy the things that we have to say here. If you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out, and we look forward to seeing you sometime this summer. As we go through this presentation, I introduced myself already, but just a few things about myself as well. I've been coaching high school basketball for 18 years. I started with girls basketball over at Marian Catholic High School for a couple of years, and I went to the boys program. I was 7 years a head coach for a boys program in Beecher, and then this is my 7th year here as girls basketball head coach at Plainfield East. Just one accomplishment in 2017. We'll talk about the success we had that year. I received the Coach of the Year for the Illinois Basketball Coaches Association, but that was a great byproduct of the spectacular team that we had there and the assistants. Speaking of assistant coaches, varsity assistant is Mike Schmidt. He's in the building. He's a special education teacher. Our JV coach is Ricky Tim. He is over in Valley View teaching elementary physical education. And our freshman coach is in the building is Mr. Ryan Farron. He teaches social studies here at Plainfield East. So we talked about some of the major accomplishments I mentioned already. That 2017 year was the best basketball year in Plainfield history, not just the school. It was the first Sweet 16 for our school, and we were regional champs, first regional champs for the girls basketball program. We had also the most wins for any basketball team in the history of the district. In 2018, we were conference champions, and we had the unanimous conference MVP in Olivia Jenkins, who actually is playing college soccer Division I at Xavier University right now. Also, she played basketball for a year there as well and was a dual sport athlete in college at the D1 level, which is absolutely unheard of. But that gives you the kind of idea of the kind of athlete she was, and just an outstanding person as well. And going into that, those are the things that we really focus on here more than anything else, is what are our core values? And number one is academics. You're here for school, so we focus on school. Number two is evidence of grit. What do we mean by that? Well, it's easy to work hard when things are going your way, but grit is working hard when things aren't going your way. So are you working hard when it's hard to work hard? Third is responsibility. It goes hand in hand with playing any sport, but you need to be responsible for your actions, and sometimes there's consequences, both good and bad, and we take those and we move on from them. And whether, again, it's good or bad, we take that to the next step and be the best person that we could be, and we have new opportunities every day to make good choices. And lastly is respect, that we're respecting our teammates, respecting others, the opposition, that we show that day in and day out within our program. Now, what does it look like when we get into our season? Well, I'll talk a little bit about the start dates in a moment, but when we're in the season, practices are typically from 2:30 to 4:30 or 4:30 to 6:30. It just depends on what the availability is, because boys basketball goes on at the same time, and we have to share space. So it just depends, but usually they're 2-hour practices. Varsity sometimes will be 3 early in the season. We'll have 3-hour practices that will include some film and lifting. The expectation is that you're at all games. Freshmen have about 25, but we can have up to 31 games. And then if you are on varsity, we also have the playoffs, and that could be an additional 5-6 games depending on how well we do there. Our season is long. It runs from November to February. So I say long because it's not maybe what you're used to. I know this year you may not have gotten your 8th grade season, but it's a longer season, and we do go over breaks. So Thanksgiving break, we have games that week of Thanksgiving. The tournament we're in now, we're done the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, but those are things that can start planning for now as well. We also have Christmas tournaments or holiday tournaments, usually right after whatever date Christmas is. Sometimes they start the 26th, sometimes they start the 27th of December, but planning on, we do give you some days off when we can during that time of winter break, but know that we do have games. So planning holiday vacations, if you had those things before, may have to make some adjustments. We also condition in the off season, and we're also about multi-sport athletes. So when we say conditioning, we condition in the spring and lift, and we also have a weightlifting class here when you're an upperclassman that we focus on. But we also want you to be multi-sport athletes, and you'll see several pictures of some people here that were multi-sport athletes, and we want you to do that. We had Loda Anua was second in state in track and field. So there are lots of opportunities to get involved. We want you to get involved with other sports and activities here as well. And then lastly, in the summer, we have contact days, which go for 25 days. So we usually use most of those. That includes games as well, and call them camp days, whatever you want to call them, but we get 25 days in the summer to work on getting better. We try to use most of those up in June so that July is your time. We also believe in you having your own time so that you have the opportunity to be away and enjoy your family and enjoy your friends and do those kind of things. We don't think basketball is the end-all and be-all. Additional opportunities that we have, they're leadership opportunities. Right now as a team, we're meeting via Zoom once a week, and we're going through a program called Lead 'em Up and talking about different aspects of leadership for all people, not just our captains or things like that. We support multi-sport athletes. We want to see that. Special Olympics is something that we've helped volunteer with over the last few years, so you'll see some pictures in here as well of us volunteering at practices, and then we go to their games as well. It's just been a very fruitful experience. It usually is a half hour on Fridays when they practice, so we share the gym space with them and give our talents to the Special Olympics players, and it's a very fruitful and rewarding experience, and we made some great friendships along the way. We've attended some college basketball games in the past. There's a picture of us at Northwestern here going to a game there. We have holiday parties. We do fun things. We have a gingerbread house contest one year, but we try to enjoy ourselves as well, realizing this is high school and it's supposed to be fun. So some start dates that are listed here. Summer camp will be June or July, probably July this year with the way the year is going. Info will come out in the spring, and keep looking back for it because it'll probably be updated the way the year's been going. Fall conditioning, we start after Labor Day. So I give you a chance to get into the school year and get things going, and then after Labor Day is when we start that. Our season next year will start on November 1st. So that's the first day of tryouts/practice. Depending on how many people we have, we either have tryouts or practice. If you're coming and working hard, we're going to give you the opportunity usually to be on the team. And then I remind you again of we have games over Thanksgiving and Christmas break. And then lastly, contact info there for myself. Email is the best way to reach me. You could also call. I'm also the Assistant Athletic Director and Activities Director here, so that is the phone number to our athletic office. And you could either ask for me or my extension is 7753. And follow us on Twitter at PEHSGBB. So we're really looking forward to having you guys on campus here in 8 months or so, and really probably 6 or 7 months once we get to the summertime, and hopefully that we'll be able to have summer camps and have those opportunities for you as well to be on campus, to learn the program, to get to know some of the upperclassmen, and really a great opportunity for us to see you play as well. So we hope to see you soon. We hope you are all staying safe and healthy, and you have a great Bengal day.